Welcome back to another Around the Grill video. This one is for February. Thanks for tuning in to AID TV. As you can see, we have a cold, snowy, shitty day outside, and that can only mean one thing. It is crockpot cooking time. So, wintertime, uh, very often I will use the crockpot to make meals, usually pretty hearty stuff. So there will be a few of these, especially for the winter. Excuse me, I'm a little under the weather due to a little bit of a cold, but nevertheless, let's get started here. So as you can see, I'm going to chop up one white onion, and I do this very, very fucking poorly. In the background, you can also see we have some cream of chicken soup and little Dano's green top I'm going to use. The recipe that I had, they had a bunch of different seasonings that they wanted me to use, but I'm not done with that shit. So, little Dano's green top goes a long way. It's got all that shit in there, anyhow. So we're gonna go through and I'm gonna dice this up. Excuse me again. Dice this up, and as I think I was getting pretty fucking irritated here because the cutting board keeps floating around on me. But nevertheless, you could probably just toss that in a food processor if you would like to dirty an appliance for one onion. I'm going to painfully try to chop this. Yeah, so did a coarse chop. No big deal. No real science behind it at all. As you can see, my piece of shit fucking warped cutting board floating all around and irritating the living shit out of me. And we'll go through and continue to chop some more. Anyway, how is everyone's winter going? Have you hit that time of the year where we're just kind of fucking sick of it? 'Cause that's sort of where I'm at. Uh, but I guess at the very least we get some good food that we can have. And here's my shithole of a kitchen as usual on Sunday morning. So I actually prepped this quite a few hours ahead of time. So I think it was like maybe 10 o'clock in the morning. Um, I did this. Oh, there's a little piece for the dog. 10 o'clock in the morning, I did this, and it's going to basically be uh, you're gonna cook most of this for the day. So I started at 10. I wanted it done about 5:30. Um, so yeah, we're gonna cook it on. I cooked it on high for a while. So there we go. Onion in. I apologize. It's a fucking disaster so far. All right, so I'm gonna go through, trim my chicken up, and get all that shit off of there, and get that cubed up. Also, my knife seems to be a fucking giant pile of shit. I'm looking into some better cooking utensils here as time goes on. Uh, Maybe a new knife set, or at least a new knife that's worth a fuck, and actually keeps an edge, and I can kind of stash it away so nobody destroys it on me. But yeah, I cubed up the chicken raw. You can choose to cook the chicken whole if you would like, and you can also use breast or thighs, um, and then cook it all down and just pull it. But me, I'm I guess a glutton for punishment. So I did 3 chicken breasts for, let's see what this feed. This fed 5 of us, and surprisingly, my one daughter, she doesn't ever fucking eat anything, but she killed this shit. So that was good. So even the little kids like it. It's pretty simple. Um, so you won't have too many people. Too many people giving you a hard time about like what's in it. I mean, it's a fairly simple recipe. And there I go. And yeah, again, still haven't learned to get. Well, I didn't want to fucking clean another dish, so I'm just gonna deal with this piece of shit cutting board. Which subsequently after this probably is gonna go in the trash. Okay, so we'll get that all in there, and you can you can again use whatever you would like. Chicken boneless, skinless chicken thighs, which I know a lot of people like those because of the fat content or the yeah the fat content of them. I'm not a boneless, skinless chicken thigh person. I'm not a fan of chicken thighs. I think if I took the time to clean them up really good, that I would probably enjoy them a little better. But as you can see, my cooking skills are well, not the best, I guess. Getting better, I think. But anyway, yeah, nice big crock pot there. Own a few of them. I like crock pot stuff. It's worked with a guy for quite a few years, and through the winter, that's all he did was cook with soup in the crock pot. So just about every meal. I think it's easy, you know. You don't want to, you're kind of limited on what you can do in the wintertime. It's not like you can really go out and grill that often or whatever, but whatever, it's fine. And yeah, got that cubed up, and I'm sorry, I probably should have sped this up, but nevertheless. And last chicken breast, I'll try to. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, the chicken breast I've been getting from the Big W store, I guess we'll call it. Uh, Pretty shitty lately. Not very impressed. And yeah, look at that. Although I'm sure it's it's definitely mass produced or mass butchered. Probably through automation. But I did see a thing on the interwebs where people actually weigh the package of chicken and check it versus the price. I highly recommend you do that. I have not come across anything that was grossly different, but yeah, go ahead and do that. Make sure that Big Brother isn't fucking you in the ass as much as they already do. And but yeah, the quality of the chicken breast lately hasn't been great. Should probably maybe go somewhere else. But it's cheap. What are you gonna do? They got the market locked in. Maybe I should just buy my own fucking chickens, right? So yeah, there we go. Finally, I'm done cooking or cutting up all the all of the waste and into the trash it goes. And wash your fucking hands. And please ignore the mound of dirty dishes as we just cleaned out the refrigerator. Yeah, gotta get rid of a bunch of shit. We were getting ready for the holidays, I guess. So this is obviously pre-recorded, but okay. Sprinkle in some Danos. Boom, boom, boom. Now we're going to get out our chicken stock there, chicken broth, low sodium, I suggest. And we're going to get a measuring cup because we're not fucking savages. And yeah, we're going to, I think it's 4 cups. So yeah, 4 cups. So it's going to be, actually, the recipe I came across, this is doubled. So we're going to do 4 cups of that into the crock pot. I had exactly 4 cups, or just about, pretty close. Doesn't have to be exact, but throw that on there. Throw that in the trash. And we're gonna pop the lid on this. Oh yeah, gotta clean some of the onion off the side. We're gonna pop the lid on this bad boy, and we're just gonna let her mellow for several hours. I think you can probably cook it as long as you want. I cooked it on high, and then turned it down at some point. Once I saw the chicken was cooked, I turned it down to low, and just kind of let it go the rest of the time. So now our chicken is cooked, everything's good. We're still on low, and I can't remember exactly when I did this. So you can add it in, I guess, whenever you want. But we're gonna add in 4 cans of cream of chicken soup, and our vegetables are also gonna go in. I did peas and carrots. You can do whatever vegetables you want, I suppose. But the trick is I used frozen. I take them out of the freezer, let them thaw. Gotta scrape all that shit out of there. I also, on this day, which I didn't film it, I made Rice Krispie treats for the first time. Never knew how easy those were. Very, very easy dessert to make, for sure. So yeah, we're going through, scrape them cans out, and see what else can I say today. I'm just a fucking disaster when it comes to this video. Yep. So 4 cans in there. I'm gonna give that a stir. Stir it all in real nice. Kind of looks like shit, but it will incorporate itself throughout the cooking process. And I think I still have this on low. So I think I still have a couple hours left to go. Again, here at Around the Grill, we don't really measure. Even though I did measure the chicken stock, as far as seasonings go, we just kind of do it to taste. There's my defrosted peas and carrots. And then time, just make sure it's thoroughly cooked. Usually with crockpot stuff, the longer the better, I guess. But me, I'm not really into mush. I don't like eating mush. So, as you can see, I cleaned up some of the dishes as well through making the video because I live in my home and also have teenagers who contribute quite heavily to a mess. Okay. What was I looking for? Ah, the biscuits, yes. So we're just going to use the, your Pillsbury Grands or the Big W brand. We're going to pop them open. And these are going to be our dumplings. Now, I used to cut them, and I just didn't feel like dirtying any more dishes. So we're just going to go through. Now I'm doing this, I've turned the crock pot to high, and I'm adding these in about an hour and a half before I want to eat. And they took longer than I expected. So I would say 2.5 hours before you're ready to eat, turn your crock pot back onto high, and then add your dough in. And these are going to be our dumplings. Throw them in. I give them a stir, and just again let it go. You don't want the dough. You don't want to eat raw dough. I don't really think it'll fucking kill you, but it's heavily advised against. I don't know. But yeah, go through, break them all up. You can cut them into quarters, and I just used one package. If you really like them, you can do more. But yeah, that's gonna kind of wrap up this video here. I'm just gonna add those in again, like I said, about 2.5 hours before you're ready to eat. Go ahead and get those dumplings or biscuits in and crank that bad boy up on high. But yeah, thanks for checking out this video. I appreciate everybody coming and checking out the channel and watching the content that I provide. Please consider liking, subscribing, giving a thumbs up, whatever, what have you. Remember, I do a new episode of my podcast every Monday morning at 6 a.m. for your morning commute. You can follow me on all these socials, well, most of the socials: Facebook, Instagram, Threads, X, Pinterest. Actually, a lot of the recipe stuff I find is actually over on Pinterest, and I share that to my board. Yeah, as always, thanks for being here and checking out my content that I create for you. I sure do work hard and trying to do that. And as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Have a great rest of your day. And again, thanks for being here.